It's been more than 30 years since The Sandlot hit theaters. So what have Smalls and the rest of the cast been up to? From putting out fires to making pizzas, these former child stars have grown up and look a lot different. Tom Guiry was 12 when he played Scotty Smalls in The Sandlot.
You're killing me, Smalls!
After the 1993 cult classic, Guiry went on to star in a number of high-profile movies, including Black Hawk Down, Mystic River, and The Revenant. Guiry also worked in television, most notably playing Jimmy Donnelly in The Black Donnellys. He appeared in several police procedural series and some TV movies, though his last credited work came via 2022's Killin' Smalls. Unfortunately, it seems Guiry has run into legal trouble in the midst of a gradually slowing acting career. In June 2024, Guiry threw a 35-pound weight onto his neighbor's car, then went to the man's front door brandishing a kitchen knife. The whole thing was captured on the neighbor's security and doorbell cameras, so it's unsurprising the police hit him with assault, disorderly conduct, and malicious damage charges. He ultimately pled guilty to these charges, with a punishment of $757 in fines. Mike Vitar portrayed Benny Rodriguez in The Sandlot. He went on to play Louise in D2, The Mighty Ducks, and came back for the franchise's third installment. His last acting credit was a walk-on role on Chicago Hope in 1997. Vitar may have gotten an early foothold into the acting business, but it was never his passion. He wanted to become a firefighter, so that's precisely what he did. Vitar started out as an EMT before becoming a firefighter in the Los Angeles Fire Department. For the most part, Vitar's work as a firefighter hasn't been newsmaking, except for one 2015 incident. That Halloween, Vitar and one of his co-workers chased a man who they believed was handing out drug-laced candy to children. However, it wasn't true. Vitar's co-worker put the man into a chokehold until he passed out, suffered severe injuries, and had to be revived, leading to the firefighters being charged with felony assault. Vitar got it dropped to a misdemeanor by pleading no contest and returned to duty after just 6 months. Chauncey Leopardi played Squints in The Sandlot and went on to appear in a variety of film and TV projects. Some of his work after The Sandlot includes roles in Houseguest and Gilmore Girls. However, he's probably best known for playing Alan White in Freaks and Geeks. When Leopardi isn't acting, he's a professional poker player. The actor competed in the World Series of Poker in 2010, 2022, and 2024. Another of Leopardi's ventures includes owning and producing his own marijuana strain called Squints. Patrick Renna's first outing as an actor was playing Ham Porter in The Sandlot.
You play ball like a girl!
He's since appeared in numerous movies and TV shows, including Boy Meets World, Home Improvement, and the film Dark Ride. Some of his more recent work includes Monster Summer and Glow. Outside of acting, Renna launched Hambino Athletics to sell apparel related to his Sandlot character. Renna is always happy to meet fans of The Sandlot, telling Us Weekly, "I liken it to how The Goonies is to me because that's my Sandlot. If I saw any of the actors from The Goonies, I would freak out more than I would freak out if I saw Brad Pitt." Marty York began his acting career by playing Alan "Yeah McLennan in The Sandlot.
Yeah, you were! Your tongue was hanging out of your head, and you was swooning!
York kept at it for a while, but has only had a handful of roles since 1997. His most recent role is in a short film from 2021 called Superboys. York had some legal trouble in 2009 due to a fight with a girlfriend that led to his arrest. While he initially pleaded not guilty, he changed his plea and received a 60-day jail sentence, along with 5 years of probation. In 2023, York's mother was tragically murdered by a man she was dating, so the actor took to Instagram to ask for help in finding the killer. Eventually, his mother's murderer was found and taken into custody. The loss was hard on York, who credited his mother with helping him achieve success. Brandon Quintin Adams started acting years before he joined the cast of The Sandlot as Kenny DeNunez. Prior to that film, he had roles in Michael Jackson's Moonwalker film, The People Under the Stairs, and The Mighty Ducks, to name a few. He went on to appear in Boy Meets World and The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. After 2001, however, Adams shifted gears and became a hip-hop artist under an alias, B. Lee. He also took screenwriting and directing classes, shifting his focus to behind-the-scenes work. To this day, Adams is often recognized for playing Kenny. In a 2009 interview with the Chicago Defender, he described what it's like getting spotted in public, saying, "It's being recognized for your accomplishments and what you've done, becoming closer to what you want to achieve in life." Grant Gelt worked extensively in the years leading up to his role as Bertram Grover Weeks on The Sandlot. As a child actor, he appeared in shows like Knots Landing, Northern Exposure, and Blossom. However, he ultimately retired from acting in 1999. Gelt switched his interests to managing rock bands after high school and taught himself the business. He eventually acquired a job at MCA Records, and after a few years there, he returned to management. From there, Gelt co-founded Mass Cult and now works as its chief strategy officer. He also co-founded Play Forever, a nonprofit dedicated to providing young athletes with the resources they need to thrive. Gelt runs the charity with his friend and former co-star Victor DiMattia. Victor DiMattia entered the entertainment industry when he was 6, racking up dozens of credits before playing Timmons in The Sandlot. DiMattia continued acting until 1995, but stopped after appearing in 11 episodes of A Peaceable Kingdom. After that, he tried his hand at a number of professions, including playing in a band, working as a bartender, and co-chairing Play Forever with Grant Gelt. DiMattia returned to acting in 2018, playing Officer Lynham in Get Married or Die. He's since appeared in 2 more movies, including 2023's Breakout. DiMattia never forgot the film that made him famous, however, and shows up to many Sandlot fan events alongside his former co-stars. Shane Obedzinski had a brief career as a child actor prior to playing Tommy Repeat Timmons in The Sandlot. He only had a handful of roles since, appearing in Superboy, My Girl, Swamp Thing, and other projects. After that, he effectively stopped acting and now co-owns New York Times Square Pizza, located in his hometown of Brandon, Florida. In addition to the pizza shop, Obedzinski and his partner, Charlie Jonathan, have more than 30 restaurants in their Fire It Up restaurant group. Obedzinski joined his former castmates at the film's 20th anniversary celebration in 2013, where he noted, "The field looked just like it did 20 years ago." Marley Shelton played Wendy Peffercorn in The Sandlot and has been nabbing roles in movies and TV shows ever since. Shelton went on to appear prominently in films like Pleasantville, Sin City, and many others. Most notably, she portrayed Judy Hicks in the Scream franchise. Shelton spoke with Us Weekly on the film's 25th anniversary, explaining that people still recognize her as Wendy. She told the outlet, "I'm shocked. Initially, people liked the movie, but nobody thought it was going to have the legs that it did and become this cult classic. I think it's still relatable. Something about baseball and adolescence and that simpler time in life."
Little pervert!
Karen Allen launched her feature film career in 1978, playing Katie in National Lampoon's Animal House. She followed this with a small role in Woody Allen's Manhattan, and in 1981 starred in Raiders of the Lost Ark as Marion Ravenwood. She went on to reprise that role in Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull and Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. Allen played Mrs. Smalls in The Sandlot and is still amazed at the film's enduring legacy. She told the AV Club, "I got a lot of people who were telling me what huge fans they were. The Sandlot, for them, was this seminal film growing up." In addition to acting, Allen has worked as an adjunct professor at New York University and Bard College at Simon's Rock. She also runs Karen Allen Fiber Arts, a Massachusetts-based clothing store. Denis Leary got his start working as a stand-up comic, and he became well known for his 1993 single, Ass. Like many other comics, Leary eventually transitioned into acting. He appeared in a number of smaller movie projects before landing the role of small stepfather Bill in The Sandlot.
I'm a baseball guy, a sports guy, fathers and sons. So that's why I took it.
After The Sandlot, Leary kept at it, appearing in films like Demolition Man and The Ref. He's also done significant voice acting work, voicing Francis in A Bug's Life, Diego in the Ice Age franchise, and much more. Leary also played George Stacy in The Amazing Spider-Man and its sequel, so he's kept himself busy as an actor. Outside of acting and comedy, Leary is an author, having published Why We Don't Suck in 2018. He continues working in comedy as well, and even hosted Comics Come Home in 2024. He also founded the Leary Firefighters Foundation in 2000 after his cousin, a friend, and 4 firefighters died in a fire in his hometown of Worcester, Massachusetts. Art LaFleur is one of those actors you've probably seen hundreds of times but never knew his name. That's because LaFleur was a brilliant character actor who possessed an uncanny ability to disappear into his roles. He played Babe Ruth in The Sandlot, but it was only one of many roles he performed over his nearly 40-year acting career. LaFleur got his start in 1978's Rescue from Gilligan's Island and went on to appear in everything from MASH to Field of Dreams. After his role in The Sandlot, LaFleur continued working in Hollywood, acting in all kinds of projects well into the 2010s. His last role was playing Dad in the 2017 TV movie Dive. Sadly, LaFleur died on November 17, 2021, at the age of 78. His wife, Shelley, announced the news on Facebook, writing, "After a 10-year battle with atypical Parkinson's, Art LaFleur, the love of my life, passed away. He was a generous and selfless man, which carried over to his acting, but more importantly, it was who he was for his family and friends." James Earl Jones landed his first film role in Stanley Kubrick's Dr. Strangelove in 1964. He also worked in television, and by 1977, Jones nabbed a small, uncredited role in Star Wars. Jones chose not to be credited for voicing Darth Vader in the first 2 films, believing he didn't contribute enough to the movies. Over time, Jones's iconic voice became one of his most celebrated attributes.
This is CNN, the most trusted name in news.
Whether he was revealing to Luke Skywalker that he is his father or offering wisdom as Mufasa in The Lion King, Jones's acting legacy is hard to deny. Among his many memorable performances, he also played Mr. Mertle in The Sandlot. Jones continued acting into the 2020s, reprising his role as King Jafar in 2021's Coming to America. After a long and impressive career, Jones passed away on September 9, 2024, at the age of 93. Jones has since been celebrated for his remarkable career, which earned him an Emmy, Grammy, an honorary Oscar, and Tony, making him one of the few stars to win the coveted EGOT.